Hi, Tom here. Welcome to today's video. This week feels different. Not in a blasting way, and not in a spectacular way, but in a way that runs deep. Like something that's been stuck beneath the surface is finally starting to release. Scorpio, this is the beginning of that shift. Over the last few cycles, you've been in a heavy phase. Not always visible on the outside, but intense on the inside. Thinking deeply, processing things, trying to understand what's really going on beneath the surface. You may have felt like something was building, but not moving. That phase is ending. This week, something unlocks. From a Vedic perspective, this is transformation activation energy. When Scorpio goes through a period of internal change, life often holds things still for a while. Not because nothing is happening, but because everything is happening on the inside. Your power is recalibrating. Your emotions are resetting. Your direction is shifting. And once that internal change is complete, the external world begins to move. And that's where you are right now. You may notice small shifts first. Something that felt blocked begins to open. Something that felt hidden becomes clear. Something you were waiting on finally shows movement. It may not look dramatic yet, but you can feel it. The energy is different. When Scorpio feels that, you know something real is happening. Scorpio, your strength has always been depth. You don't do surface level change. When you shift, it's complete. But that kind of transformation, it takes time. And this last phase was about going through that process fully. Now you're coming out the other side better. There may be a moment this week where you realize something doesn't have power over you anymore. A thought, a situation, a person, or maybe a pattern. Something that used to affect you deeply doesn't feel the same anymore. That's the turning point. Because once Scorpio releases something internally, it loses its hold completely. So here's the deeper truth for this week. The shift didn't start this week. It started when you made a decision very recently. Maybe you stopped trying to control something. Maybe you accepted a truth you didn't want to face. Maybe you let go of something you were holding on to. That moment changed your energy. And now, life is responding. You may also notice your sense of power returning. Not in a loud way, but in a calm way. Like you didn't need to prove anything. Like you didn't need to push anything. Like things are starting to come toward you instead. That's a powerful place to be. Because Scorpio doesn't chase. Scorpio attracts. There may be opportunities appearing this week that feel aligned with your new energy. Something connected to money. Something connected to control. Something connected to influence. Something that gives you a stronger position in life. Pay attention to what feels like it's opening. That's where the next level begins. But here's the key for this week. Don't go back to trying to control everything now that things are moving. Scorpio energy grows when you trust the transformation. Let things unfold. You've already done the hard part. Now you allow the results to come. Because what's really happening is this. You went through the transformation. You faced the truth. You realized what needed to go. And now, something unlocks. Now, let's talk alignment. One intentional practice for you this week. Notice what no longer affects you. Don't go back into it. That release is your power. And it's what created this shift. Scorpio. This week isn't about intensity. It's about movement. Something that was locked opens. Something that was heavy lifts. Something that was hidden reveals itself. And that means one thing. The shift has begun. Stay calm. Your power is returning. Before you go, there's something important you should know. These horoscopes are based on Vedic astrology, also known as sidereal astrology. That means we're using the actual positions of the stars in the sky, not the tropical system used in most Western astrology. Because of that, your sun signs here may be different than what you're used to. And that's okay. In Vedic astrology, we don't start with the sun sign. We start with the moon sign, because the moon represents your mind, emotions, and how life is experienced day to day. First, always watch this for your Vedic moon sign. That's where this horoscope will feel the most accurate and personal. Next, I recommend watching for your rising sign, also called your ascendant or lagna. Your rising sign shows how these energies show up in your physical life, your body, your environment, and the situations unfolding around you. Then, you can also watch for your sun sign, which adds insight into your identity, confidence, and sense of purpose during this time. And if love, relationships, creativity, or money are major themes for you right now, I also recommend checking your Venus sign, called Shukra in Vedic astrology, for an extra layer of clarity. For weeks where things feel intense, faded, or life-shifting, it can also be helpful to look at your lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu. These show where growth is pulling you forward and where old patterns are asking to be released. To find your correct placements, make sure you're using a Vedic or sidereal natal chart, not a tropical one. Once you know your moon, rising, sun, and Venus signs, and optionally Rahu and Ketu, you'll get a much deeper and more complete understanding of what's unfolding. If this message resonated with you, please like the video. It truly helps support this channel and allows these messages to reach the people who actually need them. And if you're enjoying these weekly Vedic horoscopes, consider subscribing so you don't miss future messages for your signs. You are not one sign. You are a system of energies learning how to work together. Take care and be calm.